And what's new to BGA, sort of, is Parks the second edition. Now, it's not even the second edition that's the sort of here. Parks the second edition came out quite a while ago, and I covered it. When you go down to the latest games, you'll see it's not there. I'm recording this about 2 hours after they made the announcement, so it's possible they could have updated it, but it's not there currently because it's not a new game. If I scroll down, you can see that it was actually released April 15th, 2025. And I know I covered it in my weekend review because I've never played Parks before, so I had to learn it and then talk about it there. But I assume that they took the 4th of July and found a pretty American style game about the national parks. And then since there's a new edition that came out somewhat recently and they didn't highlight it when it came out, they put it here. So if you look here, a video I made about 2 months ago, I did highlight that Parks is back in the second edition. So if you're not familiar, Parks, the first edition was on BGA. It was a pretty successful game. A lot of people played it. And then I think because of the second edition coming out, the publisher pulled down the first edition kind of quickly, and we didn't know for sure what was going to happen. There was a lot of thoughts, well, maybe they're just making a second edition version. And then this game came out. And because BGA didn't advertise it, it just came out. And if you didn't know Parks came out, if you didn't follow the news area, so if you don't know this, you can go down here, news feed, and you hit more. And this is where I get all my updates and whatever to, like, here's an alpha game and, you know, updates on that game. But you see, like, here's another alpha game release. They're like Easy Peasy and Toy Battle are now going to be premium games. So they do like that kind of thing. Little updates in this area. And this is where Parks was released at. It was just a post in this little news section. So if you don't look at that, which I expect not a lot of people do, you didn't know it was out unless you play the game or watch my video or that kind of thing. One downside of this news feed here is if you have friends, all of their stuff pops up as well. So it makes it kind of hard, and especially if you have a lot of friends, hard to find out what's going on or staying up to date. I think they need to make a little filter to this section where, you know, I can filter out friends' activities, like updates, friends' activities, my activity would be really helpful. So there's a solo version of Parks. So if you're a big solo player, that's a cool way of playing it. And I'm not going to do a full teach here. I'm not fresh enough on the game to make sure I don't miss anything. And it was being 4th of July, I barely had a few minutes to make a quick video. But the general idea of this game is you're going to be trying to collect the parks here. There's resources down below. You need to collect those resources and then claim the parks and then travel to them. There's gear and stuff you can get, which is kind of cool. That's probably my favorite aspect of the game because it allows you to like kind of create combos and definitely play a certain way. It does have this what Tom Vassal calls the ratchet mechanic, where you can't go backwards. So you start going on the trail, and once you get to the mountains, you can't go backwards. So you have to go all the way to the end to this little end scoring thing over here, and then pick one of these spots. And then your second hiker will go through, and then everybody has to finish their path on there. Artwork and stuff is very cool. This is definitely a very beautiful game. I own this physically, and I enjoy playing it. So at the end of the day, having Parks here in the news section is not a bad thing. It gets more people. It gets more people to know about the newest games on BGA. This is still a new game, just coming out in April. But with 1,200 plus games, it's just very hard for players to keep up to date on what's new, what games come and go, that kind of thing. So I'll do my best. I try to make sure I stay with what's coming out, what's going on. So if you followed my channel, you already knew that Parks came out. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And as always, good luck and have fun.